My name is Anita Lebeau, and I'm responsible for the diorama for Sara and Sunny in the film project 8 Rooms, and I'm also the creator of the characters and the animator, the creator of the film. I've worked as an animator for probably 25 years. I started out doing shorts for Sesame Street and Sesame Park, then got involved doing some films for the National Film Board, and then ended up doing some commercial work as well on some animated children's series. But just recently, this project, 8 Rooms, was more about wanting to collaborate with some visual artists. I was very much in the film industry. I'm a film industry person, but I really wanted to get back in touch with a little bit more of my roots as just a tactile artist. And so I had the opportunity to create one of the dioramas for this project, and that was so much fun. The room I created for the film is Sara and Sunny's pad. It's basically, like from an animation standpoint, the only real world room in the film, because it begins and ends as the place that they live, whereas all the other rooms are rooms of exploration as though they're moving through a dream, like through a dream space. So I wanted to create a room that was a little bit more along the lines of what the real world was for these characters. And I wanted to give the sense that there was exploration involved. So that's why I populated the space with all kinds of books, with strong suggestion that Sara is a traveler, and so that like boxes full of memorabilia from the trips that she took, and that I wanted to kind of set the stage for the idea that she's contemplating her next journey. And of course we know that the journey ends up being a dream journey. I love the idea of mixing animation, the drawn and style with the real world. I just think that it's a kind of a farce, you know. It's just the idea that animated characters could interact with the real world. I mean, it goes way back to when I would watch Walt Disney or something like that, and there was always, they would often do that marriage of the real world with animated characters, and I thought that was just so cool. It's absurd, and that's why I like it. My favorite part was getting to work with all the other artists. You know, I went into this project wanting that specifically, to meet other artists and to feel like that we could work together to create this fun project. And I loved their eagerness. I loved their intuition about what it was that I wanted to see happen. And it was just joyful. It was working with these other people, even though in so many ways, especially because of COVID, it was me working at my computer and, you know, them working on their projects in isolation, and we really didn't see each other very much, but there was still a lot of communication. In particular, it's like I didn't know what they were creating. In many cases, they had to send me photographs that I could work with, and when they did, it was just like, oh my God, this is so amazing when I saw each of their rooms, and it was just like so much fun to just take a look at what they had and to begin to imagine what it is that my characters could do with them. And I don't know, that was the fun part for me. It's the people involved. We always knew that there would be an exhibit of some kind involved because we have these beautiful dioramas that we created. And what's happened in many ways is that, you know, the film has become part of the installation. And for me, especially, not being a visual artist, I've never done an installation before. This is my first installation. And so that for me is a very, very fun element of all of this. You know, the biggest thank yous go to the artists who agreed to take part in this project. I think that's what matters the most to me. And also to Christine Fellows, who was the sound designer. I would thank the Manitoba Arts Council and the Canada Council for their funding. Couldn't have done this without their assistance and their patience through COVID. Love to thank the Estevan Art Gallery for deciding to have us come. It was a perfect fit, and then everyone who supported me through this, particularly family, it's been wonderful.